Welcome everybody to the narrowboat that James built. Hope you're doing well. You join me back on the boat, and the good news is that every brick has been taken off the boat now with the help of Ian. We've stacked them all behind and beside the boat because they've got to come back on at some point, so you don't want to put them too far away. But that was pretty rewarding. There's got to be about nearly 3 tons of bricks there, so that's good. And the plan this weekend is to Vactan the floor, which means taking everything off the boat and keep going with that and chucking everything out. And then on hands and knees, scraping the floor, getting all the rust up, getting all the crap out of it, cleaning it up, and then applying the Vactan. So I'm not going to show you all of that because that will be, that's pretty dull stuff, I'm sure. But I'll show you how it goes down and the results of the Vactan. I've seen some videos of it. It looks like it's quite straightforward as long as the floor's prepped properly. So we'll see. But it's quite a big task, to be honest. I'm not looking forward to it. It's just going to be back-breaking. 30 hours of work probably ahead of me on this weekend to get this done. So it's just not going to be very fun. But we'll crack on nonetheless. So thanks for joining me on this one. And let's see how it gets on over the weekend. Okay, so this first bay has been dried out and hoovered out. Don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty dry down there. And it's now ready for its first coat. Well, actually it gets one coat of Vactan. So we're going to put that on and see how it goes on. It takes 24 hours to cure, but I'll be able to see in a few hours how it's going onto the surface. So do that one, and then the plan over the weekend will be basically to move down the boat and do the same. So hopefully by tomorrow morning, afternoon, all the Vactan will be done. And then if this coat goes on tonight, then this one here can have tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow night even, that one there can have its first coat of undercoat, which is going to be a red oxide. And then that takes 24 hours, so then maybe by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, I might be able to slap on the first coat of bitumen paint, Dan Boleyn. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. Even though it's late October, it's still quite mild outside, so this is going on quite nicely, even though it's about 2 in the morning. So, well, there's me. So, yeah, it's going on all right. Right, so it's taken me 2.5 hours to, well, not just to paint it, but to tidy up the areas, get all the crap out of the way, then to dry them, hoover them, dry them, hoover them, and then Vactan. So that's taken 2.5 hours to do that, and I am halfway-ish. I've got 2 more of those to do. Oops. So I've got the one, oh blimey, I've got that one, and then I've got the one on the other side of the bulkhead. So, and it's taken me a bottle and a bit of Vactan. This stuff is expensive. It's 25, 30 pounds a bottle, but much like most chemical treatments, it's worth every penny. Well, we'll find out, but apparently it is. It goes on really nicely. It's really easy to apply. Just use a crap brush. Don't use anything fancy. So these are just cheap and cheerful brushes. Chuck them out when you're done. But it does go on quite easily. So we'll keep going the plan is to get all the Vactan done tonight. So I've got a few more hours worth of work to do, that's for sure. And then we'll see what it's like tomorrow. But at some stage tomorrow it'll obviously dry, and we will be able to apply the red oxide. And that will also be applied to the braces going across. But it doesn't need the Vactan treatment on those, and also I need to walk across it all, so that's why I've left them bare, so I can actually move. I've got the heat on at the end just to see if we got a bit more, put a bit more warmth into the area, although the heat rises, bounces off the ceiling, goes outside, it doesn't really go to the floor. The floor's pretty cold, but it might just keep the condensation away, that's the plan. Because I don't want anything to be dripping down onto it. Not because it's going to ruin the paint job, obviously, because it's going to be painted over several times and then have a floor on top of it and a load of bricks. But I don't want it to affect the rust treatment that's gone down. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And the Vactan is on. You'll see it's going to work, and it's dry when it's all black. Well, it's not really dry, but it's cured when it's gone black. So this section here, we'll see it better in the light. That's looking pretty good. So we've done the first section, the second section, excuse the kitchen, and the third section. So this takes 24 hours to dry. So that first section there will be dry at 5 p.m. tomorrow. This section here will be dry at 7 p.m. tomorrow, and this section here will be dry at 2 a.m. Sunday morning. And then the plan for tomorrow, Saturday, whilst that stuff is still finishing drying, and this one is, so kind of during the daytime, my plan will be to attack this area, empty it out, scrape the floor, Vactan the floor, and then once that's done, hopefully these other sections will be dry, and then we can red oxide it. And I've still got a little bit left in that Vactan and a whole bottle there, so that should be enough. I'm very relieved I bought enough. That would have been awful to run out. And then we'll take off the insulation tomorrow once this stuff is all dried, so some of the bits don't fall into it. And then we'll look at the battening, and that's going to be the plan for next week. Or next weekend will be to batten it and then lock down the side. Hopefully I'll be able to get the timber in, batten it, and then get the spray foam insulation done, which obviously I'm not doing myself, someone's going to do that. It's about £700 to get the boat spray foamed, and in order to do that, all of this other insulation here has got to come off. I've started taking the ceiling bits off. There's some wall bits and everything down there has got to come off. So I'll leave the heater on overnight, get a bit of warmth in here. I might move it up so it's in this section here, and see what it looks like in the morning. Well, later in the morning. Okay, so this is the bow. It's all been scraped and cleaned and de-insulated. I don't know if that's the word. Uninsulated, de-insulated. But anyway, the insulation's gone. Floors come up okay. It's now going to have the Vactan treatment. I spent all day doing this, so the rest of it hasn't been red oxided yet, but that is the plan for tomorrow, is to come in and red oxide everything. You'll still see it's not perfectly dry yet, but the other bits are nearly dry. There's a little bit of blue still, but the rest of it's gone black. Okay, so the bow has been Vactaned. And I've used 3 bottles of Vactan for the whole boat. And where it's needed, I've put them pretty liberally. But it takes more than a day to dry, partly because it's pretty cold. Well, certainly the steel is at the bottom. And I've put it on quite liberally, so yeah, it's probably going to take a couple of days to dry, but hopefully by tomorrow morning the other bits will be dry and we can paint them. Well, here we are. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been a good couple of days, to be honest, on the boat. Quite rewarding getting that Vactan down, and hopefully it's been quite useful for you if you're at a similar stage on your boat, or it could be used obviously in the hull, but also anywhere on the steel work, that kind of treatment. So anyway, thanks for watching, and please hit like if you like them, or subscribe if you want to be kept in the loop as to when new videos come out. But the next plan is to red oxide once this stuff is dry. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and see you soon. Bye.